The first teaser trailer for Fallout Season 2 was just released, and there's so much to unpack. I'll be going over every single scene and sharing everything I could find. The trailer starts off with Lucy and the ghoul traversing the Mojave Desert before talking to some people about trying to find Lucy's dad. They're having this talk in front of some tents, which look very similar to the NCR tents outside of Primm. Primm is a small location near the Mojave Outpost, which is the main entrance to Las Vegas from Los Angeles. If Lucy and the ghoul were trying to make a straight shot towards Vegas from the Mojave Outpost, Primm would be one of the first places they would visit. Next up is an ominous scene with Lucy asking why her dad would visit Las Vegas, to which the ghoul replies that the end of the world was started by one man in Vegas, Mr. House. After that is a flashback to pre-war Las Vegas, with Cooper Howard and his wife driving up to the Lucky 38. Then, Lucy wakes up in a clean underground bedroom filled with pre-war amenities like a box of sugar bombs, a TV, and a clean pre-war dress. This is probably a room in the Vault 21 hotel. Next up is this scene with the ghoul meeting Victor the Securitron, most likely in the starting town of Goodsprings. There's also an NCR flag on the left wall and an NCR propaganda poster on the back wall. Fun fact, this NCR propaganda poster is the same one found in the Vault 4 classroom in Season 1, Episode 6. Anyways, Victor still being alive is extremely important and pretty much confirms a Mr. House ending or a stalemate ending where Mr. House is still alive. In New Vegas, Victor only deactivates if Mr. House dies, so unless someone managed to reactivate him afterwards, Mr. House is still alive. Speaking of Mr. House, the next scene has Cooper Howard going up to the Lucky 38 penthouse and meeting Mr. House with his screens watching over Vegas. Mr. House says that he knows everything, probably alluding that he knows Cooper Howard spied on him at the Vault Tech meeting in Season 1, Episode 8. Next, there's a Brotherhood airship flying over some deserts with Maximus along for the ride. The airship then lands at Area 51, as both hangars have the name emblazoned on the front. Afterwards, we see Lucy being captured by Legion soldiers, with somebody wearing golden laurels inspiring the soldiers. This person is wearing Lanius' armor with the spikes on the shoulders, but he isn't hiding his face with the iron mask that Lanius does. This person could be someone who is stronger than Lanius and took his armor after beating him in battle. Regardless, the Legion are still clinging on like rad roaches and are causing problems for the Wasteland. The next two scenes are quick, with one showing the ghoul shooting someone in the Novak Motel, and another showing Cooper Howard's wife ominously closing the blinds to a Vault Tech conference room. Next is a scene with Cooper Howard holding his daughter as people frantically run in the background and a vertebrate flies in the sky. I initially thought that this was supposed to be after the nukes dropped, but I noticed Cooper Howard and his daughter are not wearing the cowboy outfits they were wearing for the birthday party right before the nukes dropped in Season 1, Episode 1. Keep in mind, they were literally running away on horseback as the nukes were exploding behind them, so they probably didn't have time to go home and change. This scene is probably just a bomb scare. Speaking of bombs, the next scene has Cooper Howard and the Lucky 38 riding a missile like a rodeo cowboy, which is a reference to the movie Dr. Strangelove, where someone also rides atop a nuclear bomb like a rodeo cowboy. I should also mention, during this entire time, Mr. House is monologuing to Cooper Howard, saying that he knows a war is coming and that Cooper Howard is a violent man who would do anything to protect his family. With the other hints pointing to Mr. House surviving and winning the second battle of Hoover Dam, he's shaping up to be a major character for Fallout Season 2. Next up, there's a quick scene with two Brotherhood Knights entering a factory and shooting some ghouls. Interestingly enough, this Brotherhood Knight is wearing the same power armor that Maximus did in Fallout Season 1 because it has the same Yagwai claw marks on the front. Additionally, this shootout is probably at the RepCon test site because it's the only known factory in New Vegas that also has a large ghoul population. That, or it's at the newly revealed Area 51. After that, there's a scene with Hank McClane arriving freshly tanned from the Mojave Wasteland and entering a large underground Vault Tech facility. This looks a bit similar to the Enclave Remnants bunker in New Vegas with tall ceilings and futuristic tech. Then there's this scene with Maximus flying in a vertibird and fist-bumping someone who looks just like Elder Arthur Maxson from Fallout 4. If they're adding in characters from Fallout 4, who knows who we'll find. Next are a few scenes of Cooper Howard in a suit of T-45D power armor at the Battle of Anchorage. We know that Cooper Howard is a veteran, with experience in the T-45D power armor, which is why he knew the weaknesses to the T-60s, since T-60s are pretty much better armored versions of the T-45Ds. Afterwards, there's this scene where the ghoul eliminates a bunch of attackers at the Novak Motel, while Lucy and Dogmeat are sitting high up in Dinky the T-Rex's mouth. Novak is pretty close to the Legion's territory, so this could be where Lucy gets captured by the Legion and transported to a Legion camp. Maybe the people the ghoul was fighting in the Novak Motel were Legion soldiers in disguise who distracted him while others kidnapped Lucy. Next, there's this scene of the best character in the entire show.
Let's get lucky, shall we?
Afterwards, the next scene has the ghoul falling out of a window at the Atomic Wrangler in Freeside. Based on the Atomic Wrangler sign still working, the streets being relatively clean, and even a vendor on the side of the road, it's likely that Freeside is still functioning decently and hasn't been reduced to a generic post-apocalyptic settlement. Next up, we see Maximus and someone else in a suit of power armor running away from a crashed Brotherhood airship. There were also 3 more Brotherhood airships in the sky, and if you look closely, you can see that they're firing on each other. This could be some kind of internal fighting or rebellion among the Brotherhood of Steel, and could explain why Elder Arthur Maxson from Fallout 4 is here. Anyways, The next scene has a bunch of rad roaches attacking the vault dwellers from Vault 31. This could be some plot by Norm, since he was told by Bud Askins that very large bugs occasionally show up in Vault 31.
Not much food in here, except the occasional very large bug.
Additionally, you can see a level 10 sign and some elevators, which means Vault 31 might be much bigger than we previously thought. Next, there's a fight in front of the Lucky 38, and the ghoul creates a big explosion right in front of Gamora. Judging by the fact that Gamora's lights are still on, the strip is still probably up and running, but with less security since we don't see any Securitrons in the area. However, we do see a Securitron in the next scene fighting off a Brotherhood Knight. Additionally, although it's extremely blurry and hard to see, you can make out that the Securitron's face screen is rounded. This means this is a Mark II Securitron with the face of an American soldier wearing a round combat helmet, and not the regular Mark I Securitron with the face of a police officer wearing a not round police hat. If this is the case, that means Mr. House managed to retrieve the Platinum chip and upgrade his Securitron army to the Mark II version, which further backs up a Mr. House ending. After that is a scene with a bunch of people celebrating in Vault 33. Then there's this quick nightmare fuel scene with a bunch of rad scorpions. Next up, there's a scene with Lucy shooting a ghoul in Freeside just outside the strip north gate. Note that both of the ghouls are wearing outfits the Kings would wear, so they probably turned feral since the Kings are a pretty chill faction. The final scene of the teaser trailer shows a Deathclaw right on top of Lucy and the ghoul, and their only reaction is to run away. This Deathclaw could be one that followed them if they visited Quarry Junction, or it could be a Deathclaw that escaped the Thorn, which is an underground fighting arena just outside the strip. And that was everything from the teaser trailer. However, that's not all. There are two major screenshots from the official Fallout show's Instagram account that give us some pretty big hints for what will happen in Season 2. The first major screenshot is Hank cleaned up and wearing a nice suit right in front of his power armor. This is probably just after he entered the underground Vault-Tec facility where he could finally take a shower and put on some fresh clothes. Hank is probably trying to clean himself up and look nice before meeting with the other Vault-Tec executives in the large underground Vault-Tec facility. His gilded Pip-Boy is also a reference to the Pip-Boy 3 billion, which is a quest reward for completing a side quest in Fallout New Vegas. The second major screenshot is this sinister looking Norm standing in front of the Vault 31 residence. We know from Season 1 that Vault 31 are actually cryogenically frozen pre-war Vault-Tec Junior executives who secretly control Vault 32 and Vault 33. This image of Norm could be his big brain plot to unfreeze and overthrow Vault 31. Maybe he planned the big Rad Roach attack on Vault 31, as seen in the trailer, and revealed Vault 31's true purpose to the residents of Vault 33, which led to a massive celebration, also seen in the trailer. Overall, Fallout Season 2 is looking interesting. Mr. House is shaping up to be a major character and the likely winner of the second battle of Hoover Dam. The House always wins. Additionally, it also looks like Lucy and the Ghoul will follow a similar route the player does to enter New Vegas. They'll first arrive at Mojave Outpost, head to Prim and talk to some people outside the NCR tents, reach Good Springs where the Ghoul will meet Victor, and go towards Quarry Junction before stopping after seeing the huge Deathclaw nest. Then, they'll probably reroute towards Novac where the Ghoul will fight off a bunch of attackers at the Novac Motel. During this battle, or possibly later, Lucy will be captured by the Legion and transported to a Legion camp before somehow escaping and reaching New Vegas. Finally, it looks like there might be some infighting in the Brotherhood of Steel, as Brotherhood airships are firing at each other, and even Elder Arthur Maxson from Fallout 4 is joining. And that was everything I had to say about the new Fallout Season 2 teaser trailer and screenshots. It was a lot, and I tried my best to include everything I could find. If you noticed something that I didn't mention, leave a comment down below. If you liked this video and want to see more, leave a like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and take care everybody.